Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Latifah binti Saleh. Matric number 1728500. We have chosen Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad (STMKB) for our term project assignment. This is the presentation outline which represents some parts of discussion in this presentation. I will present the background and overview of the company part. Next, the challenge and impact of the company will then be presented by Shamimi. As for the evaluation of corporate strategy and risk management of the company will be presented by Rashida Wahida in detail later. And the last part, which is recommendations, will be presented by me and Ainur. Now moving on to the background and overview of the company. As I mentioned before, we have chosen Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad for our term project assignment. For your information, previously this company is known as Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad, which began in 1981 when the government of Malaysia set up a task force to study the feasibility of establishing an Islamic insurance company in Malaysia. Then, the company was converted into public limited company after some years of operation. Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad was operated in the Takaful industry. This company provides an extensive range of protection plans that suits both individuals, family, business needs with the best quality of care and security. They have provided various types of takaful from medical, motor takaful, and home coverage to commercial cover, employee benefits, and many more. Next, with the restructuring, nowadays Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad (STMKB) manage the family takaful business, while Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad (STMAB) manage the general takaful business. There are many kinds of takaful that have been offered for both categories. For example, Takaful My SME Partner, Group Credit Family Takaful, Takaful My Motor, Takaful My PA Care, and Takaful My House Owners and Householders. As for the process, this company adopted the Wakalah contract as its business model. Under this model, Takaful Malaysia will act as the agent to manage the Takaful fund on behalf of the participants and will be entitled to a wakalah fee or service fee for the service rendered. Their business model is starting with participation pay contribution, which is after net of wakalah fee, participation account, tabarruk, donation, participation risk fund, surplus, and surplus sharing. For your information, the business model for this company is slightly different for short-term and long-term takaful in terms of participation account.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Syami with Ahmad Sabri, matric number 1723024. So today I will explain about three major pandemic impacts upon the industry and the company. From our research, annual report and interview with Encik Rahman, which is one of the staff of Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad, also that have 29 years of actuarial experience in both takaful and insurance industry, there are some negative and positive impacts both on the operational and financial of the company and takaful industry during pandemic. First is the delay in operational process. Based on the interview and the experience of Encik Ramlan during pandemic, there will be delay in operational process, such as issuing takaful certificate, claim processing, and also product development. As during MCO, they need to work from home and were prohibited from working at office. Thus, the delay is due to no direct link up or accessibility to office server as no one is allowed to work at the office. Next, based on our interview with Encik Ramlan, he stated that one of the positive impacts on the company during pandemic is lower claim for some of businesses, especially for motor and medical portfolios, that resulting to increase in profit during pandemic due to reduced claim. For the motor portfolio, MCO has significantly reduced the number of vehicles on the road, which automatically reduced the number of accidents. According to VNet 2022, the road accident rate registered a double-digit decline of 26.3%, while in 2020, 418,237 cases, as compared to an increment of 3.4% in 2019, or lesser by 1.9279 cases. As for medical, most people are reluctant to go to the hospital during the pandemic. Furthermore, the medical practitioners were concentrating on the pandemic issue rather than the less important medical issue. This has resulted in treatments in the This has resulted in a reduction number of medical treatments in the country. One of the evidence is that during 2020, the total claim is 1043282000 compared to 2019, which amounted to 119289000. The company has taken advantage of lower claims to cover the reduction in revenue. Last but not least, the Malaysian Takaful industry recorded strong growth in the family Takaful and general Takaful business for the full year of 2021 compared to the same period in the previous year, despite the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The total contributions of the family Takaful business increased 29.9% in 2021 to RM8.5 billion from RM6.59 billion in 2020. The total contributions of general Takaful business also increased 10.7% in 2021 to RM3.8 billion, while the motor Takaful business maintained the largest market share of 66.4% in 2021. Growing demand for Sharia compliance services will continue to drive the performance and growth of the Takaful industry. In addition, the penetration rate in the Takaful industry is expected to upsurge as awareness of the importance of Takaful and insurance protection increases. This is evidenced by the ratio of the number of family Takaful certificates in force to the total population of Malaysia increasing to 18.6% in 2021 from 16.9% in 2020. From here, we can see that the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the Takaful industry and Takaful company in positive and negative ways.
My name is Rashida Wahida binti Mahata and my metric number is 1725426. Now it's time to explain about the corporate strategy and the risk management framework for Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad in response to the COVID-19. One of the corporate strategy by Takaful Malaysia is that they take the opportunity by innovating new products and services that can be used by the people who are affected by the pandemic. For example, in the year 2021, they introduced two optional COVID-19 coverage plans to provide extended group hospitalization coverage for claims due to Category 3 to Category 5 of COVID-19 infection. The next corporate strategy for Takaful Malaysia is that they integrate digital technology into all aspects of business and operation. They implement work from home arrangement and provide secure access point for the employees to access the designated data and selected system remotely. They ensure that every products and services nowadays can be accessed through online in order to adapt to the changes in business transaction due to pandemic. Next, they are also targeting to increase the penetration into Malaysian market to 75% of the population. Among the effort to achieve the 75% of penetration is that they provide online consultation, online transaction, as well as new products and services as mentioned before. Lastly, they also provide relief program for the people who are affected by the pandemic. We believe that this is also one of the corporate strategy to increase customer loyalty. They can also build a reputation and a good image of the company. To summarize, we believe that Takaful Malaysia is responding well to the COVID-19 using their business strategy. Their revenue is also increasing compared to the first year of pandemic despite some challenges. Moreover, they were also able to create more awareness on the importance of insurance. They know how to take the opportunity to improve their products and services that can cater to the pandemic environment. In addition, they also take advantage of digitalization to improve their business and respond to the technology changes. Hence, we do not really find the drawback and weaknesses in the corporate strategy. Nevertheless, probably they can do more in the future if they want to be stronger. Therefore, it is believed that Takaful Malaysia is responding well to the COVID-19 situation using the corporate strategy. Now, I will explain about the risk management framework for Takaful Malaysia. Takaful Malaysia has established enterprise risk management framework where it is used to ensure an ongoing process of identifying, evaluating, monitoring and managing the significant risk exposures that involves its business strategies and operations. Based on the latest annual report, which is in the year 2021, it can be seen that in the particular section of risk management framework,
there was a lack of information on how did they manage the risk for the pandemic. There is no specific statement mentioning about the risk management framework for COVID-19. However, the closest measure by Takaful Malaysia that can be related to risk management in regards to major event like COVID-19 is that they have a business continuity management. It is a planning and a preparation of the company to maintain its business function so that they can quickly resume their business after a major disruption or a disaster happen. Other than that, they do not particularly address whether a pandemic is considered in the business continuity management. Instead, in the particular section of risk management framework, they emphasize more on matters related to fraud, corruption, whistleblowing and Sharia governance, where they establish a lot of policies to reduce the risk. However, if we read the annual report as a whole, it can be seen that Takaful Malaysia has taken a lot of actions and measures to reduce and handle the risk related to unanticipated major events like COVID-19. Firstly, they do a consistent communication with the employees about the safety and health precautions to minimize the risk of infection. Next, they conduct a survey among the employees to measure the level of awareness and understanding about the risk and risk management. They also conduct a survey to gauge key concerns among the management about the emerging operational risks given the growing digital adoption and changing in consumer behavior due to pandemic and climate risk. Next, Takaful Malaysia also conduct a business continuity task exercise to examine whether the company is prepared to respond to a crisis situation scenario in a pandemic environment. Lastly, they also improve their cyber security to adapt to the changes in working mode due to the movement control order. To summarize, in our opinion, we think that Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad has been doing a good job in managing the risks related to the pandemic. They did their best to protect each of the people that are affected by business operation, including the shareholders, employees, customers and also other stakeholders. In 2021, it can be seen that they are more experienced, that they have established a lot of policies and procedures such as the crisis management plan, business continuity and a consistent communication within the organization. However, one small weakness is that there is no specific section in the annual report that highlights the specific measures that they take to manage the risk of pandemic. We believe that if they include a particular section of risk management framework in response to the COVID-19, it might be appealing to the intended user of the annual report, as COVID-19 nowadays is a concerning issue. That is all about the corporate strategy and risk management framework of Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad.
Next, moving on to the recommendation part. As mentioned by Shamimi earlier, that one of the major impacts of this company is delay in operational process due to no direct link up or accessibility to office server. In regard to that, we propose Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad to use cloud computing as a strategy for data authorization and accessibility for their company. In implementing this strategy, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad should subscribe Amazon Web Service (AWS) cloud platform on the basis of monthly payment according to the amount of storage needed. By subscribing this Amazon Web Service, they can deploy their system and transfer all the data into the cloud. In the system later, the software developer can set up the authorization of the system of who can access the data and what type of data that they can access. Next, due to data transfer, all authorized person can access to the required information no matter where they are, as the Amazon Cloud Service already store the data inside their server at their data center. Therefore, we believe that using cloud computing can help Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad perform the operational process such as customer data verification and claim process efficiently, as there are no more restrictions for them to access the server.
This innovation media outlet, and I will proceed with the second and third recommendation for Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad. Second recommendation that we have for Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad in response to the low claim of medical and motor vehicle is that Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad needs to offer additional medical benefits such as treatment charges for COVID-19 to be paid to the affected policyholders. Initially, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad did not cover any medical benefits under COVID-19 because any pandemic-related risks are generally not covered in any insurance plans due to the difficulty in the pricing coverage related to a pandemic that occur once in a lifetime, and they are having incalculable cost and impact. Therefore, introducing COVID-19 related processes such as RTK and PCR tests and hospital treatment claims under the medical benefits can help the Takaful apparatus increase the number of sales and medical claims, since nowadays people are easily exposed to the COVID-19. However, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia also needs to note that some policy holders experience financial impact due to COVID-19. To lighten their burden, Syarikat Takaful Malaysia can provide relief measures like deferment of premium payment in order to help these policy holders to cope with their financial impact. This measure allow policy holders to temporarily defer their regular payment while their Takaful protection coverage continues. Due to lower claims for motor vehicles during the MCO, there is a suggestion that all motor vehicle insurance be kept valid during the MCO period, and renewal of motor vehicle insurance can be made online. But we want to propose a bit of an amendment, such as giving a discount to the Takaful vehicle payment. This is to avoid from policy holders terminating their payments due to the fact that they are not using their car during the MCO. Generally, social media helps to improve business in many ways, such as attracting customers, getting customer feedback, building customer loyalty, and increase market reach. Syarikat Takaful Malaysia can take advantage over multiple social media available today. For example, Syarikat Takaful can use TikTok to provide knowledge and information by stressing the importance of subscribing Takaful, the difference between Takaful and insurance, etc. Factors shows that TikTok might be a good place to reach a younger audience. The first one is, as of 2021, TikTok is the top mobile app ranked by the total number of downloads in Malaysia. Second, among the 4 million TikTok users in Malaysia, the majority are under 30, while 31% are between 16 and 24. The third is 54% of TikTok Malaysia's users are female, and the remaining are male. The short-form video sharing app has been an effective tool for marketing strategies for business. According to statistics, about 58% of users will happily watch a business video with a duration of under 1 minute. Therefore, by investing more in these short-form video apps, it can contribute to an increase in the level of understanding and confidence in Takaful among Malaysians, attractive and flexible product offerings from Takaful operators, and the commitments and capability of agency or Takaful agents in pursuing their customers. That's all from us. Thank you.